One. Hey guys, good night. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, joining, and being a part of my episode 1 of my Success Spotlight late night talk show, which is the #1 talk show featuring women who are absolutely changing the game, transforming lives, and really changing the world. And I'm so excited to have my special guest, Artavia Denise. Hey, sis.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm great.
Yes, I'm so happy that you're on here. I had to grab this girl because she's getting big. So I was like, girl, when we going to link up? And when you going to get on my spotlight show, guys? So this show is spotlighting. I'm spotlighting my guests who are on here. So this show is all about my guests. It's all about getting them to talk about their companies, because we create companies over here, honey. How they create their companies, how they developed it, what's next for their company, and also give you guys an idea of how you can connect with all my special guests. And I'm so excited to have Artavia on as our first guest for our first episode of my Success Spotlight late night talk show. This show is going to be aired every single Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you want to make sure that you always register so you don't ever miss a notification. But Artavia, let's talk first about how we linked up. Okay. So, we just celebrated our second friend anniversary. Like on Facebook announced that, hey, today, it was on January 10th, you and Artavia celebrate your friend anniversary. And it was so cool. I was like, wow, we've known each other since 2018.
Yes.
Long time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk really quickly. Like, how did you, Octavia's been a client of mine for 2 years, but I want to talk about, and I already know the answer to this, but how did you first started to come across my content online?
I was actually asked to come into one of your classes you were holding by Alita.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was just beginning MLM, and I didn't really know how to get everything started and find my way. So she was also in the same MLM that I was in. And she was like, hey girls, I have this class. You all should come. This coach, Leticia, she is awesome. And I just seen how bubbly she was and how outspoken she had become, because she used to be like closed in and now she is just a firecracker and she's amazing. So that's how I went in your class and I was listening to you and I was like, okay, she know what she's talking about. I go with her and see what happens.
And I remember that night. I definitely do. Lita Smith has actually been my client for, I think, ever since 2017. I think she became a client a month before I left my full-time job. And to meet you and a couple of other ladies, it was so amazing to get to see you guys for the first time. So my next thing is, what made you hit that go button too as well? Like, when after you got the opportunity to see and be a part of my session, and then you said, okay, I'm ready to go. What was it about? What happened for you for that transition moment to hit the go button?
For me, it was you were just constantly pouring into us and giving us direction and just constantly telling us, you can do this. It's not as hard as it sounds. And you just made me just feel real comfortable to be able to go out there and just be like, okay, let me just go for it. And I'll figure everything else. Just go for it. Just get started.
Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you. So let's dive a little bit deeper, which is, again, we met in 2018. Time flies so fast. Okay. I remember when your daughter was just a little old, cute little, I mean, she's still adorable. She's a little cute little baby. And your mother of 4 kids. And you're from, you live in Texas right now, but you actually originally from where?
West side of Chicago.
West side of Chicago. Wow.
Yes.
I was asked, like, you have such an interesting accent. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and I get that all the time.
Yeah.
From Texas.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Yeah. So it's who was the 2018 Artavia versus who you are now in 2020?
Oh, well, the 2018 Artavia, she was kind of going with the flow, just trying to feel things out. feeling things out as to which direction I actually wanted to take and go with my company, because there's so many different ways you can go with fitness. I mean, there's fat loss, there's weight loss, there's nutrition, there's so many different things. So that Artavia, she's just kind of coasting and trying to figure things out. 2018 Artavia.
Yeah, versus who she is now, which you are just nailing it, girl. It's like night and day. It's like that is a really huge before and afters. I mean, everyone has before and afters for their makeup, for their weight loss, but we don't really showcase the before and afters for our business and for our own personal growth as women. And that's why I wanted to mention that, because I wanted to highlight that before and after, because even though you may feel probably right now that you're not as ahead as you want to be, but you're way further ahead than the woman you were in 2018. So I want to commend you for that. So now I want to get into the topic of the creation of your company, right? So let's first talk about, who is Artavia the woman?
Well, Artavia the woman, first and foremost, I am a woman of God. So
amen.
Without him, the Lord, giving me my vision and, instilling in me not to give up. And grace. Oh, Lord, grace. I couldn't have gotten where I am today, because as you're building and trying to figure things out, there's so much information that's out there. You just look at the computer and you will just get overwhelmed within like an hour. So I'm just, happy, I had that grace to continue to push forward and figure things out, and finding the time, and especially the patience of, figuring it out. Because once you figure one part out, there's another part that you have to figure out and build off of. And especially not knowing at first exactly what you want, because we don't know exactly what we want at first.
We don't.
You have to go through the motion and go with the flow and fail and try again and, keep going to figure that out.
That's true. So, and the reason why I asked you that question, because I've been really big just recently, and I spoke to you about this earlier, is this whole building your identity, and how your womanhood identity has to be different from your CEO identity. And many of us as women, especially women of color, we're colliding the two too much, and it's getting us in the way of reaching our goals and getting our businesses and our personal lives to the next level. So that's why I asked you, what is your identity as a woman? Because that is so important, and it's so great that you recognize and identify that. Which brings me to my next question is, what was that moment when you decided, or why did you decide to create your own company? Because you were partnered with a different company when I first met you, and you could have still stayed down that road or evolved into hopping on another situation. But you decided to build this Flab to Fab movement and actually have your own physical product, which people will talk about, and you actually did it. So if you would just share with the audience, like, how did that start? How did that begin, and what made you want to create that?
Okay, well, for me, like I said, I started with a different MLM, and I really wasn't sure, and it really wasn't working out for me. But I never stopped. Like I'm fitness, so I never really stopped. Fitness, yes, all the way across everything. So I really never stopped. And I was working out in other people's products, and I kept constantly getting asked questions, hey, where'd you get your waist trainer? Where'd you get your, and then one day a light bulb just went off, and I was like, I'm promoting other people's stuff. Let me look into this and see what do I need to do to start my own line. And at that moment, sending the message, I was like, okay, I'm finna figure all this out for myself. And that's what I did. And I just saved up a little bit of money, because it takes money to, if you have to invest in yourself. So I saved up some money, and I started off with, when I say very few, and trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna do this, like I just went for it. I was like, I'm just gonna put everything aside. I'm just going to go for it. And that's what I did. And here I am today. and it was a matter of like 6 months. It happened so fast. And I was just I'm
And
still in awe.
you was keeping it silent. You was really keeping it under wraps, you know. Um, to be a coach, and this goes for all of you coaches out there, it's amazing to see your clients bloom, you know. And I've seen you, you know, what had built, talk about the idea of trademarking your own product, you know, and then to see it actually get birthed. And you went live that day. You was like, I got something to tell y'all. And I was like, girl, she better tell me. I thought you, girl, I thought she was gonna say you pregnant. Because you had the robe on. I remember that live. You need to save that live, girl, because that's going to be a great thing to put on the ad or something like that, right? Because it kept people wondering, like, what she want to tell us? And it's like, I saw that live, and those of you who are, I will be uploading this on the YouTube channel. I'll find that live and put it down below so you guys can check it out. But the excitement on your face when you open it up, and I saw the Flab to Fab body wrap, and I was like, what?
Yes, that was I just can't, it was so exciting. I just can't even, I'm still speechless at this moment, because like you said, to see it and all these thoughts that I have was on paper at one point, you know, just on paper, and it was just there. You know, when you have a vision and you know the direction that you want to go, just to see it is just amazing. Like that feeling, that's a feeling that you would never forget ever.
Ever. That moment when it's like you got it, and now you're showing it to the world, you know. And that's huge, that's big, and I'm so proud. It's the same feeling I felt when I went live and said, hey guys, this is my last day at work, you know. And I was nervous, crying. I was like, oh my God, I made it. And that was your moment. That was your I made it moment. And it was amazing to watch, you know, and be a part of that whole thing, you know. But you know, my next question for you is, obviously people are going to watch the show and they want to check out your wraps, and I'll put her information for you guys who are watching down below so you can check that out too. But the Flab to Fab fitness experience, okay, if someone wants to say, I want to get my hands on your body wraps, right? How can they have that experience face to face? Like what is the process?
Okay, if my clients are local here in Dallas or in the DFW area, they will book an appointment with me, and they will come in, and I bring, because I have a small studio, so they will come into the studio and get fitted, and I ask them a couple questions, you know, like what their sizes is, you know, measure them, and then we go from there. I have them personally try on whichever trainer they prefer, because I have two trainers. I have a single belt trainer, and then I have a double belt trainer. My single belts go from a size small to a size 3XL, and then my double belts go from a small to a 6XL. So I want them to come in and feel comfortable, and, you know, try to get them the results that they want, but comfortably, where they'll keep wanting to go and, you know, get to that next level, continue their journey.
Amazing. And where is that all located? With if they were to come to see you in your area, where exactly do you need to go?
Okay, my studio is in Mesquite, Texas, and the address is 13336 North Galloway Avenue, and that's Mesquite, Texas 75149. And it's suite number 114. I'm actually inside of a salon, and the salon is called Beauty for Ashes Salon.
Amazing. That's a huge accomplishment, girl. Big. Now, for those of us who don't live in Texas, right? How can they get that similar or same experience online? Because you actually helped me get my body wrap online, because I'm not in your area. Go ahead.
Okay. Same thing. Book an appointment, and we can do we can do a Zoom, or we can do video chat. Like there's Google Duo, there's Hangout, depending on what type of device that you have. iPhones, we can FaceTime. So there's ways to, you know, talk to my customers that's outside of the DFW area. Amazing.
And the reason why I wanted to mention that is that obviously you can get wraps in so many different places, platforms, online, offline, things like that. And really they're waist trainers. Sorry, I keep saying waist trainers, right? You can get, there's so many, you know, people selling them. But the fact that you give that personal attention to where even with, for me, you know, you told me to send a picture of myself, I did, and you were able to determine my size, you know, and it does feel good. Like I've been a heavy active gym attendant. Like I not only go to the gym, I also have somebody training me twice a week. And it does feel good to have that extra, you know, especially the fact that we're doing a lot of weights and a lot of cardio and things like that, to have that, you know, able to wear the waist trainers. So I, you know, able to have good posture, and I'm already seeing a result. I'm really honestly am. I have these shorts that I wore like probably 6 years ago. That's like a size 12. I'm like a size 22 now. And I'm like, I'm gonna fit those shorts by October. I am gonna fit those shorts by October, right?
Yes,
And
yes, you are.
yes, definitely. So I'm glad that the difference with you is that you're offering that personal service, that personal attention that you don't charge any extra for. I mean, you should, but she doesn't. So definitely reach out to her to get your fitting done, whether you're online or seeing her in person. So
Mm-mm.
now I want to get to that whole identity thing that I talked about earlier, and how I'm really big on building your woman identity and your CEO identity. So what
Uh-huh.
is your CEO identity?
Oh, my CEO ID. Okay, so my CEO, Artavia, has to be, of course, a different person. So I'm constantly figuring out what can I do to get my clients a better result. What product or what else can I help them with to help them achieve their next goal?
Mm-hmm.
So the mind frame is completely different, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just I just want to pour into all the women and just help them reach their goals, because it's so important for us to self-care, to care for ourselves.
That's what it's
And I
about.
just want all of us women to know that, because sometimes as moms, as wives, as you know, uh, mothers, like I said, we tend to forget that.
That's
And
right.
so I
We
just
forget
want
it.
to incorporate that. Yeah,
And what we don't
we put,
realize, and
we're natural
yeah,
care, we're natural
yep,
givers, so we
that's
forget
right.
about us. So I want to, really incorporate that in
Absolutely.
movement.
And what we don't realize, Octavia, and I really want you to use this as your content when you're marketing, I really do, is that that whole safety mask. Like when I was talking about this earlier with somebody, that if when you're on a plane and the flight attendant is telling us how to put on, in case of an emergency, how we have to put the safety mask on ourselves first before we're able to put it
Mhm.
on the person next to us, whether it's a man, child, whoever, right? And we as women, this is more, this is just about losing weight or just looking great, or slimming down your waistline or whatever. It's really about putting yourself first. I don't want
Mhm.
anybody to look at your waist trainers and say, "Oh, should I get that?" It should be a hell yeah. Because 2020 is about putting you first. And if you're really looking to create an impact in your children, in your marriage, in your community, at your job, in your business, wherever that you find the most enjoyment, and you have to put you first. You have to, in order to put that safety mask on other people, and we forget about ourselves so often. Like my whole weight loss journey, and this is why I partnered up with Artavia and purchased her product, because it was time for me to put myself first. It was time for me to say, you know what, I want to not just look better, I want to feel better. I'm an entrepreneur, so I do events, I do lives, I do all kinds of things, and I want to look back at myself and say, I don't just look healthy, I am healthy. you know I am
Mhm.
conscious of the fact that you know we are in a health crisis, especially as women of color. My mother's been diagnosed with stage 3 diabetes, so she's on insulin right now. So it is me looking at her, I'm looking in the mirror.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I that's where
Yeah.
I'm going to lead up if I don't make a change today.
Mhm.
So I'm so glad that you are blessing the world, including myself, with your product, because it is important that in order for us to build our our woman identity and our CEO identities, is that we're looking back at ourselves and saying, I accept me, I accept all of me, but I also realize I need to make some improvement.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
instead of us trying to nurture and take care of the world, we got to take care of ourselves. We have to. It's a must. It's a freaking must. And it's not easy. It's not. I remember when I first put them on, I'm like, oh my God, it's not easy, but it's for a purpose. It really, really is. So thank you for that, Artavia. So my last question for you is, what's next for the Flab to Fab movement? I mean, it's 2020. We got tons and tons of days, weeks, hours. What is your outlook for this year?
For my outlook for this year is I definitely want to get some classes going here in the DFW and virtual classes with my ladies. And I want to eventually get to the point of where I can host, maybe like a 3-day workout, fitting and everything, some type of event like that with my lady. Yes, like a retreat, like a fitness retreat, and a fitting, because they'll be able to, try stuff there as well, and possibly dip and dab into some nutrition as well, because it's a total package. It comes together, and it has to be a lifestyle change versus a diet or a fad. Like, I don't even like the term diet because diet is something that's temporary. It's temporal. You yo-yo, you up and down, you up and down. But once you start doing little things and incorporating little things, it becomes a habit.
A full-on body habit.
Yes, and it has to be a change, a total lifestyle change.
Absolutely. Artavia, thank you so much for joining me. I don't want to start crying, but I'm really, really am extremely beyond proud of you. And, you have a very impactful story, and I'm definitely going to bring you back on the show to share that part, because it was not easy, sister. I know it wasn't getting to where you are.
Thank you.
Now, back where you are then. I totally commend you for just having your moment of, I mean it, reaching that milestone. There's going to be many other milestones this year, but stay true to your identity as a woman and as a CEO, and just rise to the top. Be imaginative with your business. And I'm proud of you, sis. All right.
Thank you. And thank you for having me on here and, using your platform and inspiring others, because you inspire me. So I want to pour out and inspire other people. And, we can tag team and inspire people, together.
You will. There's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of before and afters, including myself, that's going to be circling through social media. So thank you so much once again for being on here. And I want to thank all of you for watching. I'm going to be uploading more and more of these shows every single Friday. This is my Success Spotlight late night talk show where I'm highlighting some amazing, impactful women who are changing the world, changing the game, and also transforming lives. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you deserve. And Artavia, we're going to talk sometime this week, love. I'll reach out to you soon. Bye, guys.